File 3. The stairwell that doesn't reach the lobby. I didn't start recording because I saw something. I started recording because my phone did that thing where it vibrates once, soft, and the screen wakes up by itself. Like it just got a notification it doesn't want to show you. No banner, no pop-up. Just the camera app, already open, pointed at my own dark hallway like it had been waiting. I remember thinking it was a glitch. Then the exposure adjusted and I saw the end of the hall clearly. An exit sign glowing red over the stairwell door. Except the letters weren't steady. They pulsed like a heartbeat. I zoomed in, and the word exit looked wrong. Like it had been typed in by somebody who'd only heard the words spoken out loud. Outside, it had been raining earlier, and the whole building smelled like wet concrete and old heat. The street was normal, cars in the distance, a single porch light across the way. But the moment I turned back toward the stairwell door, the normal sounds dropped out like someone turned the world down a notch. My phone's mic picked up the building's hum instead, thin and electric, like the stairwell had its own frequency. I told myself I'd go down one flight, hit the lobby, and laugh at myself for filming an empty staircase like an idiot. That was the plan. Down. Out. Done. The stairwell door didn't squeak. It should have. It was the kind of heavy metal door that always complains. But when I pushed it open, it moved like it had just been oiled, smooth and quiet. And the latch clicked shut behind me with a soft finality. Instantly, the air got cooler. My phone camera brightened, then dimmed, then brightened again like it couldn't decide what dark was in there. The steps were concrete. The rail was cold metal, and the light above the landing buzzed in that sickly fluorescent way that makes your skin feel washed out. I angled the camera down the stairs and started walking. The first landing had a sign, 3, 2, with an arrow pointing down. Normal. I went down one flight. Next landing, 3, 2 again. Same sign, same scuff marks on the wall, same little chip in the paint right under the number. I stopped and panned the camera slowly like I could catch the trick in the frame. My brain tried to make it make sense. Maybe there are 2 stairwells. Maybe I turned without realizing. But I hadn't. I was going straight down. Down should be getting me closer to the lobby. Instead, every landing insisted I was still between the same 2 floors, like the building was stuck buffering. My phone did something I didn't tell it to do. The camera zoomed in by itself, just a little, toward the corner above the landing where a cheap dome security camera sat. I couldn't even see the lens clearly, but I could feel it, like the way you feel someone staring at you from across a room. Then my screen flashed a tiny autofocus square, locked, on the camera. The red LED on it blinked once, slow, like it was acknowledging the lock-on. And in the reflection on that glossy dome, I saw a shape behind me that wasn't there when I turned around. I kept going down. Same landing, same sign, same buzzing light. The only thing that changed was the sound. Each flight lower made the hum slightly louder, like I was descending toward a generator. I tried to force it. I ran 2 flights. I counted the steps out loud. I dragged my shoe along the wall to leave a mark. On the next landing, the mark was gone, but the wall looked freshly wiped, like something had taken a damp cloth to it while I was walking. That's when I realized the stairwell wasn't looping by accident. It was correcting itself, erasing proof, keeping the same scene clean. My phone vibrated like it hit a dead zone, and the camera feed tore into horizontal lines. Not fully gone, just scrambled, like a bad live stream. A black bar appeared at the top of the screen with white text that shouldn't exist inside a camera app. Listen carefully. Under it, the stairwell hum shifted pitch, and for 1 second it sounded like a voice caught in the noise. Flat, patient, almost mechanical. I couldn't make out words, until I realized it wasn't speaking through the phone. It was using the phone like a subtitle machine for the sound in the air. The exit sign above the next door flickered, then the letters rearranged like a glitching subtitle. For a second it read exit, then X1T, then something that looked like EXIT spaced out like it was trying to slow me down. The arrow beneath it, painted on the wall, was pointing down. My instinct screamed at me to go up, back the way I came. But the stairwell behind me was darker than it had been a minute ago, like the light was being swallowed. The hum rose in pitch again, and the phone's on-screen bar updated once. Don't stop moving. The second I froze, the lights dimmed like someone pressed a thumb against the power. I finally saw a door I hadn't seen before. It wasn't painted like the others. No scuffs, no grime, just a flat gray slab with a small metal placard that read, "Service, authorized only." Under the placard was a keypad that had no numbers, just a single button labeled Lobby. I pressed it without thinking. The button clicked and my phone buzzed once, gentle, like approval. The black subtitle bar appeared again. Good. Then the service door opened on its own, not with a swing, but with a slow, controlled glide like it was being pulled by a motor inside the wall. On the other side wasn't a lobby. It was another stairwell, cleaner, quieter, and somehow deeper. I went down 3 flights in that second stairwell, and for the first time the signs changed. 2, then 1, then a big painted L on the wall. Relief hit me so hard I laughed under my breath. Then I pushed through the door marked Lobby, and stepped into a space that looked like my lobby at first glance. Mailboxes, bench, the same cheap tile. Until the camera adjusted and I saw what was wrong. Every mailbox had my building's name on it, but the street number was different by 1 digit. The bulletin board had the same flyers, except the dates were all tomorrow. My phone screen went completely black, like a lens cap snapped over it, and the only thing still visible was white text centered on the dark. You made it. Behind me, the stairwell door clicked shut with that quiet, final sound again, like it knew I wouldn't be going back the way I came. If you want more recovered POV files, more case footage, stairwell logs, and broadcasts that don't belong on any network, hit like, share, and comment what you think the stairwell was really doing. And if you're new here, subscribe for more POV stories, because File 4 is already queued, and it starts with a channel that shouldn't exist.